My beloved child, I see the way you woke up today with questions sitting quietly in your chest. You didn't say them out loud, but I heard every one of them. You wondered if something meaningful was still ahead, if joy could surprise you again, if the best moments of your life were already behind you. Listen to me closely now, because what I am about to uncover will change the way you interpret everything you've been walking through. You have been measuring your life by visible outcomes, by timelines you thought had to be honored, by expectations that were never mine to begin with. And yet, even in the moments you believed were empty, I was arranging something so precise, so intentional, that if I revealed it too early, you wouldn't have been ready to receive it. There are seasons when silence is not absence, it is preparation. And you are standing at the edge of one of the most unexpected turns of happiness you have ever known. You thought delay meant denial. You assumed the closed doors were rejections. But I tell you now, some doors stayed shut because what was waiting on the other side needed you stronger, wiser, and more grounded than you were before. I wasn't withholding joy from you. I was protecting the joy that is about to meet you. Pay attention to this moment. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with understanding this truth. Your happiness will not look like what you imagined, but it will feel deeper than anything you've ever known. I am not bringing you surface-level relief. I am leading you into a peace that doesn't panic when circumstances shift. You've been carrying the weight of what if for too long. What if it never changes? What if you missed your chance? What if you're too late? I am gently removing those questions from your hands right now. The joy coming toward you is not dependent on your past decisions, your missed opportunities, or your mistakes. It is aligned with my timing, and my timing is never late. There is a reason you stumbled upon these words. You didn't click by accident. I orchestrated this moment because your heart needed reassurance before the shift happens. Very soon, you will look back at this season and realize it was the doorway, not the dead end. The tears you thought were signs of weakness were actually signals that something old was being released to make room for something new. Say till the end of this journey with me, I am not done speaking to you. I am not done surprising you. And I am certainly not done blessing you. The happiness I am preparing will shock you, not because it is loud, but because it arrives with clarity, stability, and a deep knowing that you are exactly where you are meant to be. You are about to understand why things unfolded the way they did. You are about to see how every unanswered prayer was shaping a better answer. And when it happens, you won't need to force a smile. It will rise naturally from within you. Hold your heart open. Trust me a little longer. What I am revealing next will connect the dots you thought would never make sense, and when you see it, you will finally understand why I asked you to wait. There is something you haven't realized yet, and it's been quietly shaping your days without you noticing. While you were focused on surviving, I was teaching your soul how to recognize real joy when it finally arrives. Not the kind that fades when circumstances change, but the kind that settles into you and refuses to leave. You thought endurance was the lesson, but discernment was. I watched you almost give up on expecting good things. Not because you stopped believing in me, but because disappointment trained your heart to brace itself instead of hope. I didn't condemn you for that. I understood it. And still, I kept planting seeds beneath the surface, even when you assumed nothing was growing. Roots form in darkness long before fruit ever appears. You need to hear this clearly now. The happiness coming toward you will make sense of the confusion behind you. There are connections about to form, internally and externally, that will cause you to pause and say, so this is why. Not everything at once, but enough that your heart exhales for the first time in a long while. You've been asking me for clarity, but what you truly needed was alignment. Clarity without readiness would have overwhelmed you. So I aligned your heart first. I allowed certain things to fall apart so they wouldn't collapse on you later. I removed what looked good but would have cost you peace. And yes, I delayed what was good because I wanted to give you what was right. Don't skip this moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with understanding that your joy will not come from chasing more. It will come from finally standing still without fear. You are about to stop proving, stop striving, stop explaining yourself to people who were never meant to understand your path. Very soon, you will notice a shift in how you respond to life. What once triggered anxiety will no longer control you. What once made you feel small will lose its voice. This isn't because your problems disappear overnight, but because you do. You rise above them with a calm confidence that can only come from knowing I am with you. I know you've been tired of hearing "be patient." This is different. This is not waiting in uncertainty. This is standing on the threshold. The knocking you hear isn't resistance, it's transition. And the door opening next will feel unfamiliar at first, because you've never lived this free before. Stay till the end of what I am unfolding in you. I am teaching you how to receive without guilt, how to enjoy without fear of loss, how to be happy without waiting for permission. This is not a temporary high. This is a restructuring of your inner world. You're going to be shocked, not by extravagance, but by how simple and steady happiness can be when it comes from the right source. You'll wonder why you ever thought peace had to be earned through pain. And when that realization settles in, you'll smile quietly, knowing I was guiding you even when you couldn't feel my hand. Hold on just a little longer. The next revelation will touch the very place you once believed was beyond repair, and when I speak into it, everything you thought was broken will finally begin to make sense. I am speaking to the place in you that learned to stay quiet because speaking didn't always feel safe. That hidden place shaped your choices more than you realize. You adapted, you adjusted, you became strong in ways no one applauded. And while the world may have called that maturity, I call it courage. But hear me now. Survival is no longer your assignment. There is a release happening inside you, subtle but powerful. Old instincts that told you to brace for disappointment are loosening their grip. You may not fully understand why you feel different lately. Less reactive, more aware, strangely hopeful without forcing it. That's because I am rewiring how you expect life to treat you. You are no longer preparing for loss. You are being prepared for abundance. You once believed happiness had conditions, that it required everything to line up perfectly. That one wrong move could make it vanish. That belief kept you guarded. But I am showing you something new. Joy is not fragile when it is rooted in truth. And the truth is this: nothing meant for you can be taken from you. Don't skip this. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's connected to how you see yourself. For a long time, you defined yourself by what you endured, by what you carried, by how much you could handle without breaking. But I am gently removing that identity. You are not here just to endure. You are here to experience life fully, deeply, freely. I know there are moments when you still replay conversations, choices, and crossroads, wondering how things might have turned out differently. Let me ease that burden. Nothing was wasted. Not the detours. Not the delays. Not even the disappointments. Every step refined your discernment. Every setback sharpened your awareness. You can now recognize what is aligned with you and what never was. Very soon, you will notice opportunities presenting themselves differently. They will feel chaotic or rushed, They will arrive with peace, with confirmation, with a sense of this fits. That is how you will know it is me. I do not push you into blessings. I invite you into them. Stay till the end of this unfolding. I am not just changing your circumstances, I am changing your capacity to enjoy them. You are learning how to receive good things without waiting for the other shoe to drop, without sabotaging the moment, without shrinking yourself to feel safe. There is a conversation coming, maybe with another person, maybe within your own heart, that will shift everything. When it happens, you'll feel clarity settle in like a deep breath. And in that moment, you'll realize how much you've grown. Not hardened, not closed off. Your own. The happiness approaching you will not shout. It will arrive quietly, confidently, and stay. It will look like peace in decisions, ease in relationships, and rest in your soul. You will no longer chase it. You will recognize it. Hold this truth close. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not running out of time. I have been walking with you through every unseen battle, and now you are stepping into a season where the weight lifts and the light returns. What I am about to reveal next will touch the future you've been afraid to imagine. And when you see it, your heart will finally believe what I've been telling you all along. You were always being led somewhere beautiful. You are closer than you think, and I need you to listen with your heart now, not your habits. There is a moment approaching when something ordinary will suddenly feel extraordinary, not because it changes, but because you do. Your eyes are about to open to a truth that has been beside you all along, waiting for you to be ready to see it without fear. I know you've been cautious with hope. You've learned to celebrate quietly, to expect less so disappointment wouldn't sting as much. But that posture is shifting. I am teaching you how to lean forward again, not recklessly, not naively, but confidently. You are stepping into a version of yourself that no longer needs to shrink joy to survive. Here is what will shock you. The happiness you are about to experience will feel familiar, as if your soul recognizes it. That's because it was always meant for you. It isn't foreign. It isn't forced. It's aligned. And when it arrives, you won't question whether you deserve it. You will simply receive it calmly, gratefully, fully. Don't skip this moment. Something huge is waiting for you, and it has everything to do with trust. Not trust in outcomes, but trust in me. You are finally releasing the need to control every detail, every timeline, every possibility. You are learning that surrender is not losing. It is gaining rest. And rest is where clarity is born. There is a door opening that will not require you to prove yourself. No convincing. No performing. No exhausting explanations. You will walk in as you are, and that will be enough. This is how you'll know it's right. What is meant for you will never demand that you betray your peace. I have seen you wrestle with the fear that happiness might be temporary, that it could vanish the moment you relax. But I am breaking that fear now. The joy I am leading you into is sustainable. It is built on truth, not adrenaline. It grows deeper with time instead of fading. You won't have to chase it, it will walk with you. Stay till the end of what I am revealing, because this next realization will settle your heart. You were never being punished by waiting. You were being prepared to enjoy without anxiety, to love without losing yourself, to succeed without sacrificing your soul. That kind of happiness requires depth, and you have gained the depth. You are about to notice that your prayers change. You'll ask for less noise and more meaning, less speed and more direction, less validation and more alignment. This is the evidence of growth. And with that growth comes a peace that surprises you on ordinary days, peace that makes you smile for no obvious reason, when the shift fully settles, you'll look back at the version of you who doubted and feel compassion, not regret. You'll understand why I was quiet at times, why answers came slowly, why certain chapters had to end. And instead of questioning my timing, you'll thank me for protecting your future joy. Something is aligning right now, behind the scenes, within hearts, across circumstances you cannot yet see. But you will. And when you do, you'll realize this happiness didn't come out of nowhere. You're being with all along. Remain open. Remain gentle with yourself. The next unfolding will touch your purpose in a way you never expected. And when it does, you won't just feel happy. You'll feel whole. Before you even realized it, your heart began to make room. Not because everything became clear, but because something inside you softened. That softness is not weakness, it is readiness. You are no longer gripping life with clenched fists. You are opening your hands, and that is why what comes next will finally be able to stay. I want you to understand this deeply. The happiness approaching you is not an interruption of your life. It is a continuation of who you are becoming. It will not pull you away from your values. It will not confuse your spirit. It will feel grounded, steady, and strangely familiar, like coming home to yourself after a long journey. There were times you felt invisible, overlooked, or underestimated. Times you wondered if your faithfulness mattered when no one was watching. I saw every quiet decision, every moment you chose integrity over ease, every time you kept going without applause. Those moments were not small. They were shaping the foundation that now allows joy to rest on you without collapsing. Don't skip this. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's tied to recognition, not from the world, but from within. You are about to see yourself differently, not through shame, not through comparison, but through truth. And that shift will change how you walk into rooms, how you speak, how you choose, how you love. Here is a new confidence forming in you, and it doesn't need to announce itself. It will show up as calm decisions, as peace when others rush, as the ability to say no without guilt and yes without fear. This confidence is not loud, but it is unshakable. It comes from knowing you are guided, not guessing. I know you once believed happiness required certainty, that you needed every answer before you could rest. But I am teaching you something higher. Peace does not come from knowing everything. It comes from trusting who walks with you. You are learning how to move forward without needing constant reassurance, and that is maturity, not distance from me. Stay till the end of this revelation. What I am about to anchor in you will free you from the last layer of doubt you've been carrying. You are not always there. You are already stepping into it. The shift is not ahead of you, it is happening as you listen. Very soon, you'll notice that what once drained you no longer has the same pull. Certain conversations will lose their grip. Certain patterns will fall away effortlessly. This is not discipline. It is alignment. When something no longer belongs in your future, it naturally loosens its hold. The happiness that meets you will not demand urgency. It will invite presence. You won't feel the need to rush through it or protect yourself from it. You'll finally understand that joy is safe when it is rooted in truth. And you will smile, not because everything is perfect, but because you are no longer fighting yourself. I am proud of how far you've come, even in ways you don't measure. You didn't become bitter. You didn't harden. You didn't quit believing, even when belief felt heavy. That choice changed everything. It positioned you for a joy that doesn't evaporate when life gets real. Hold your heart steady now. What unfolds next will connect purpose with peace in a way you have never experienced. And when it does, You won't need convincing. You will know, deeply, quietly, confidently, that this is what you were being prepared for all along. My beloved child, as your heart opened and room was made within you, this is the moment I invite you to let that openness overflow. You've prayed, use me, Lord, and I am answering you now by letting your generosity become a river that carries my word to souls who are still waiting in the dark. When you give through Super Thanks, YouTube memberships, or PayPal, you are not funding a channel. You are lighting fires, planting seeds, and releasing oil where hearts are dry. I declare what my word lives and breathes. What you sow in faith, I multiply beyond measure, pressed down and overflowing. This is not coincidence. It is a holy alignment, a prophetic response to what I've stirred in you today. As you give, I bless your hands, your household, and your future with peace, favor, and increase that cannot be explained. The PayPal link is waiting for you in the video description. Step into it with an open heart. Now act, sow boldly, give joyfully, and join me in reaching lives right now. Something inside you is settling now, and I want you to recognize it. This calm you feel is not coincidence. It is the sound of alignment. For a long time, your spirit has been adjusting to truths your mind wasn't ready to accept. Now they are meeting, and that meeting is powerful. It is why things feel quieter inside, even when life around you hasn't changed yet. I am inviting you into a new way of living, one where you don't wake up bracing for impact. You spent years anticipating what could go wrong, thinking it would protect you, but it only kept you tense. I am teaching you how to wake up expecting goodness without anxiety. This is not optimism. This is trust maturing. There is a subtle shift happening in how you hear me. Before you listened for urgency, for warning, for what to avoid. And now you are beginning to hear direction, where to go, what to choose, when to rest. That change alone will shock you, because guidance feels different when fear is no longer the translator. Don't skip this. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's connected to decision making. You are about to realize that many choices you once agonized over will suddenly feel clear. Not because they are easy, but because they are aligned. Confusion is losing its authority over you. Peace is taking its place. You've been afraid that if you relax, you'll lose momentum. But the opposite is true. The moment you stop forcing outcomes is the moment things begin to flow. I am not asking you to do less. I am asking you to do what matters, without dragging fear along with you. I know you've wondered if you missed your window, if the world moved on while you were healing. Hear me carefully. Nothing ahead of you requires you to catch up. The path I have for you meets you exactly where you are. You are not late. You are aligned. Stay till the end of this unfolding. What I am about to anchor in you will change how you see time itself. You will stop racing it. You will stop fearing it. You will begin to trust that every season serves a purpose, and you are entering one that gives back more than it takes. There is a strength emerging in you that feels gentle, but it is firm. You will notice it when you no longer feel the need to defend your growth. When you don't argue with people who misunderstand you. When silence feels like confidence instead of avoidance. This strength will protect your joy without isolating your heart. Very soon, you'll experience a moment, small on the surface, that confirms everything I've been telling you. A conversation, an opportunity, a realization. And when it happens, something inside you will say, I'm ready. Not rushed. Not desperate. Ready. The happiness coming will not ask you to become someone else. It will meet you as you are now, shaped by all you've lived through. It will honor your depth, It will respect your boundaries. It will feel safe, and that safety will allow joy to stay. I want you to remember this. You are not being led into excitement that fades. You are being led into stability that satisfies, into peace that strengthens, into joy that deepens over time. A kind of happiness doesn't shout, it endures. Remain open. Remain present. What I am preparing to reveal next will tie together your past, your present, and your future in a way that finally feels complete. And when you see it, you will understand why this moment, right now, had to come before everything else. There is a quiet confidence beginning to rise in you, and it does not need permission to exist. You didn't force it. You didn't manufacture it. It grew while you were learning how to breathe again. This confidence is not about proving anything. It's about knowing. Knowing who you are. Knowing who walks with you. Knowing you don't have to chase what is already moving toward you. I need you to hear this clearly now. The chapter opening in front of you will reward consistency, not urgency. You spent so long feeling like everything was fragile, like one wrong step could undo years of effort. That fear shaped how you move. But I am easing that fear out of you. What I am bringing into your life is stable. It does not disappear because of a bad day or a moment of doubt. You are about to recognize how much strength you carry, not the loud kind, but the kind that stays calm under pressure. The kind that listens before reacting. The kind that doesn't abandon itself to be accepted. This strength will surprise you because it feels effortless compared to the striving you're used to. Don't skip this. Something huge is waiting for you, and it's tied to clarity of purpose. You've asked me many times what you are meant to do next. The answer is unfolding not as a command, but as a pull. You'll feel drawn, not pushed. Interested, not anxious. That is how alignment feels. There is a freedom coming from realizing you don't have to explain your growth to everyone. Some people knew you in survival mode and will be confused by your peace. Let them be. You are not obligated to stay familiar to remain loved. You are allowed to evolve. I know part of you still scans the horizon, waiting for something to go wrong. A habit once kept you alert. It no longer serves you. I am retraining your awareness, not to ignore reality, but to trust my presence in it. You are learning how to enjoy moments without bracing for loss, and that alone is a miracle you don't fully see yet. Stay till the end of what I am revealing, because this realization will anchor you. You are not being tested right now. You are being trusted. Trusted with more peace, more responsibility, more influence over your own life. The trust comes because you've shown you can handle depth without losing humility. Very soon, you'll notice that you respond differently when things don't go as planned. Instead of spiraling, you'll adjust. Instead of blaming, you'll observe. Instead of shutting down, you'll move forward. This is growth in motion. Quiet, powerful, real. The happiness unfolding will not be dramatic, but it will be undeniable. It will show up in your mornings, in how you speak to yourself, in how you choose rest without guilt, in how you no longer feel the need to earn love through exhaustion. This happiness is built to last because it's rooted in truth. I am not taking you backward. I am not asking you to relive what hurt you. I'm asking you to bring the wisdom forward without carrying the weight. You are allowed to be lighter now. You are allowed to enjoy what you once thought you had to endure. Hold your heart steady. The next unfolding will bring a sense of direction that feels both new and familiar. And when it settles in, you will realize this isn't a temporary season of relief. It is the beginning of a life lived from peace, not pressure. I want you to notice how your breathing has changed lately. Slower, deeper, less rushed. That is not accidental. It is the evidence that your inner world is finally catching up with the truth I have been speaking over you for a long time. You are no longer living as though everything depends on your effort alone. You are beginning to live from trust, and that changes everything. There is a moment approaching when you will realize that you are no longer afraid of silence. Silence used to make room for doubts, for old memories, for fears you tried to outrun. Now silence feels different. It feels safe. It feels full. That is because I am filling the space where anxiety once lived. And when anxiety leaves, joy has room to stay. I need you to understand this. The happiness coming to you is not a reward for suffering. It is the result of alignment. You didn't earn it by hurting. You received it by staying open when it would have been easier to close. The choice mattered more than you know. Don't skip this. Something huge is waiting for you, and it is tied to how you see your future. For a long time, you looked ahead with caution, imagining obstacles before possibilities. I am changing that vision. You will still be wise, but you will no longer be fearful. You will plan without panic. You will dream without immediately shrinking those dreams. You are about to feel permission rise inside you. Permission to want more without guilt. Permission to enjoy what is good without expecting it to vanish. Permission to build a life that feels honest to who you are now, not who you had to be before. This permission does not come from people agreeing with you. It comes from me affirming you. I know there were seasons when you felt like you were carrying everyone else, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. You became the strong one, the reliable one, the one who didn't fall apart. But I am shifting that dynamic. You are allowed to be supported now. You are allowed to receive without immediately giving something back. This balance will protect your joy. Stay till the end of this unfolding, because this next truth will steady you. What is coming will not overwhelm you. You once feared that blessing would bring pressure, that responsibility would steal your peace. But I am bringing you into joy that fits your capacity. I have expanded you gently so you can hold it without strain. You will notice soon that your intuition feels sharper. You won't second-guess every nudge. You won't overanalyze every step. Decisions will feel cleaner. This clarity is not because life is suddenly simple. It is because your inner noise has quieted. And in that quiet, my guidance becomes unmistakable. There is a sense of belonging coming into your life. Not necessarily through crowds or applause, but through alignment. You will feel in place in moments that once felt uncertain. You will recognize when you are exactly where you need to be, even if the setting is ordinary. That recognition will bring contentment that surprises you. The happiness you are stepping into will feel steady on hard days and rich on good ones. It will not abandon you when challenges arise. It will deepen you instead of distracting you. This joy is not an escape from reality. It is strength for it. I want you to carry this with you now. You are no longer becoming who you are meant to be. You are arriving. Still growing, yes, but grounded. Still learning, but no longer lost. What unfolds next will confirm this in a way that feels personal, undeniable, and timely. Remain attentive. Remain open. The final layers are aligning, and when they do, you will look back on this very moment and realize it was the quiet turning point, the place where happiness stopped being a distant hope and became a living reality within you. Now I want you to stand still with me for a moment, right here, right now. Not because everything is finished, but because something has settled. The striving has quieted. The noise has softened. You are no longer reaching for happiness as if it might run away from you. You are realizing it has already taken root within you. This is the moment you stop asking, "When will it happen?" and begin to notice that it already is. Not all at once. Not dramatically. But truly. You are responding differently. You are choosing differently. You are trusting differently. That is the evidence you once begged me for. I know you expected a single event, a breakthrough you could point to, a dramatic turning point everyone would recognize. But I chose something deeper for you. I chose transformation. Because moments can excite you, but transformation sustains you. And what I've done in you cannot be undone by circumstances. Don't skip this final truth. Something huge has already happened. You are no longer waiting for permission to live fully. You are no longer postponing joy until everything is perfect. You are learning how to be present, how to receive today without borrowing fear from tomorrow. That alone changes the entire direction of your life. You once believed happiness was fragile. Now you know it is anchored. You once feared peace would make you passive. Now you see it makes you powerful. You once thought rest meant giving up. Now you understand rest is where clarity lies. These realizations didn't come from words alone. They came from walking through fire and coming out refined, not destroyed. I want you to look at yourself with compassion. Not judgment. Not regret. Compassion. You did the best you could with what you knew at the time. And I never stopped guiding you, even when you felt lost. Especially then. Every step, even the painful ones, carried you here. From this place forward, you will no longer beg life to be kinder. You will move with quiet authority, knowing I go before you. You will recognize doors that are meant for you because they open without costing you your peace. You will release what drains you without explaining yourself. You will protect your joy, not aggressively, but faithfully. The happiness you carry now will ripple outward. Others will feel calmer around you. Safer. More grounded. Not because you have all the answers, but because you are no longer afraid of the questions. This is what it means to live from truth instead of tension. I am not promising you a life without challenges. I am promising you a life without abandonment. You will not walk alone into what comes next. When uncertainty appears, so will my guidance. When fear whispers, truth will answer louder. When joy arrives, you will finally let it stay. Take this with you. You are deeply known, fully loved, and intentionally guided. Your future is not fragile. Your peace is not accidental. Your joy is not temporary. It is built on me, and that foundation does not shake. Walk forward now, not rushing, not hesitating, but trusting. What unfolds after this will feel like confirmation upon confirmation, quiet miracle upon quiet miracle. And one day soon, you will smile and realize, this was a moment everything truly aligned. I am with you. I have always been with you. And I will remain with you, through every unfolding season, until peace and purpose walk hand in hand in your life. Amen. My beloved child, now that peace has settled and joy has taken root, let that joy move through you. Heaven has noticed this moment, and I am inviting you into my work, where your giving becomes a living flame that carries hope to countless hearts. You've whispered, Lord, let my life matter, and I tell you plainly, this is how you step into that prayer. When you give through Super Thanks, U2 memberships, or PayPal, you release a harvest that reaches farther than your eyes can see, and I promise you, open heavens follow open hands. My word is alive right now, declaring that those who sow generously will reap in joy, in peace, and in divine favor over their families. This is not pressure. This is purpose calling you forward in a sacred moment. The PayPal link is in the video description. Go there as an act of worship. Rise now, give boldly, and move in faith, because what you release today, I will multiply for eternity. Now, my child, if this message stirred your heart and reminded you that shocking joy is still unfolding in your life, I invite you to hype this video right now. When you use hype, you're not just reacting. You're declaring that hope is alive, that joy is worth amplifying, that this word deserves to reach hearts who think happiness passed them by. Let your hype be a signal in the spirit that says, this message matters. And as an act of agreement, press like, not casually, but as a witness that you believe what God has spoken over you here. Before you leave, I want you to do something bold. In the comments, declare what shocked you the most about this message, or write, my joy is unfolding right now. Let your words become a seed, spoken out loud for heaven and earth to hear. Someone scrolling through those comments will find courage because you spoke, and that is how this message keeps living beyond the video. And if you felt God speaking directly to you here, don't walk alone any longer. Subscribe to this channel and let these God-spoken messages become part of your daily rhythm, guiding you, strengthening you, and reminding you that you are never forgotten. Each message is prepared as a divine appointment, meant to meet you exactly where you are and lead you where peace and purpose await. Step in, stay connected, and let God keep speaking over your life. Amen.